Hello everyone, my name is Mehdi and I want to talk about my journey from Iran to Canada. So I included two photos of the city where I live to, which is Tehran, like very big and crowded city and everybody lives in the high rises, condo apartments and the lifestyle is completely different. I want to share my story about what I have learned about cultural differences in the workplaces. Through this journey, I have reflected deeply on how my beliefs and behaviors have changed and how that has shaped who I am today. One of the first challenges I faced in Canada was hiring process. I realized that writing a resume here is very different and follows a clear standard. I had to learn how to present my skills and achievements in a professional way that matched Canadian expectations. The interview process was also new to me. In Iran, interviews were usually shorter and focused more on education or job titles. In Canada, they asked detailed questions about my practical experiences and how I could fit into the workplace culture. So, workplace culture. So, that was very important. I understood that employers value communication, teamwork, and adaptability just as much as technical skills. When I started working, I experienced several cultural differences right away. Back home, I was often loud and laughed openly at work, which was normal. In Canada, I noticed the workplace was quieter and more reserved, so I naturally became more silent and careful with how I expressed myself. I also learned that workplace formality is different. In Iran, strict dress codes and formal behavior are expected. So here in Canada, on my first day of work in Canada, I wore a full suit, but most of my colleagues were dressed casually. That moment showed me that professionalism here is not always about formality. Even how we address people is different. I wrote emails calling my manager Dr. Oliver Schmidt. But everyone calls him simply Oli. This informality reflects a more equal and relaxed culture in Canadian workplace. Daily work life also felt very different. In Iran, I did a good job. If I did a good job, I often received a bonus as recognition, which was okay, actually was good. But in Canada, doing a job, actually doing a good job is considered as a basic expectation, and I must consistently perform well without expecting extra rewards. I also noticed a difference in workplace role. Back home, another employee would serve us tea, warm our food, or clean our desk. In Canada, we do all these tasks ourselves. Cleaning services come only after hours. This reflects Canadian values of independence, equality, and shared responsibility. It was almost 3 years ago I was offered a manager position in my company, but I decided to turn it down. I realized that being a manager in Canada is not just about technical skills. So I used to be like working with computers, with my team, with technical people. But now I realize, oh, I have to work with the real people, so with different culture, with different behavior. So I need more knowledge, especially it means understanding people from diverse cultures and leading in an inclusive way. I felt I was not ready for that responsibility and wanted to better understand the cultural expectations of leadership. So that decision actually motivated me to continue my education. I am now in my third year at State, studying management and leadership. Courses like this one on intercultural communication are helping me build the skills I need to lead successfully in a multicultural workplace. Through this journey, I have learned that self-reflection is essential. It helps me understand my beliefs, behaviors, and growth, and prepares me for the future. I'm confident that these lessons will guide me as I work toward becoming an effective leader or manager in Canada. Finally, thank you all for listening to my story. My journey started in Tehran with the foot of Tehran, and today I'm building my future here in Calgary. So I have the foot of Calgary. It has been a long path full of challenges and learning, and I could not have done it without the constant support of my family who have always stood by me. Their encouragement gives me strength every day as I continue growing and pursuing my goals in this new home. Thank you so much.